Namaste, welcome to Mandali Yoga. My name is Ryan and welcome to today's practice. Today's practice is an intermediate Vinyasa flow practice. We'll incorporate some balancing as well as some twisting asanas into our flow. And before we get started, if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, I'll be grateful for your subscription. I upload 2 videos on a weekly basis. One of them is a flow video usually, and the other one is a yin yoga video. So let's get started. Let's come into child's pose, balasana. Bring the big toes to touch, and depending on your flexibility, your knees can be as wide as the mat. We're going to bring our forehead onto the mat, plugging the palms into the earth. Now notice the texture of the mat against the fingertips. Notice the texture of the mat against the tops of the feet. Grounding ourselves down in the present moment. And now doing a gentle body scan from the crown of the head all the way down to your toes. Notice how the body is feeling today. And when we notice non-judgmentally. And then bringing attention to your breath. So just for a few moments, paying attention to your breath. Noticing your inhales and exhales without trying to change anything. And with the next in-breath, lift your head and then walk both hands to the left-hand side. Maybe the right palm on top of the left, and then return the forehead as close to the mat. Or maybe on the mat. And then we're going to lift the head slowly and walk our hands to the other side. Maybe the left palm will place on top of the right. Breathing into the side body on the left hand side, noticing how this side feels. And then coming back to center. Forehead on the mat. From here, rising up like a wave, coming into all fours, onto our hands and our knees. And toes are untucked. Few rounds of cat-cow. On the inhale, belly drops. On the exhale, round the upper back. And noticing the tilting of the pelvis as we go through our cat-cows. And with every out-breath, pushing the mat away, bring the chin to the chest. One more round here. And then coming back into all fours. From here, take your right leg off the mat, pointing towards the back of the room. Take your left hand forward to meet in an extension. And on the next inhale, tap the left elbow to the right knee. On the exhale, extend. We do this 3 more times. And the elbow need not touch the knee. Close enough is good enough. Just really rounding the upper back. And we meet in an extension. Bend the right knee, grab hold of the inside of the right foot with the left hand, and open up the left shoulder to the left hand side. Keep your gaze towards your right thumb on the floor. One more breath here. Extend the right leg. Left hand will come down this time. Now place the right foot between your hands and then take your hands towards the sky. Low lunge, Anjani Asana. Bring your left hand to the left hip. Right hand goes towards the left side of the room, coming into a side bend. And maybe if you have the flexibility to touch the fingertips of the left hand onto the floor. One more breath here. And then come back to center into low lunge. Hands will come down, fingertips frame the right foot, half monkey stretch, Ardha Hanumanasana. Left hip above the left knee, right toes curled towards your face. So as you know, I live in Melbourne, Australia, and it's the beginning of our winter season. Return the right foot to the mat and then transition to all fours. From here, we're going to tuck our toes this time. 2 rounds of cat-cow. Inhale, belly drops. Exhale, tailbone descends towards the ground. Inhale, tailbone rises. Exhale, chin to chest. And then from here, left leg lifts towards the back of the room. Right hand extends. Untuck the right toe. On the next inhale, right elbow, left knee. Exhale, extend. Do this 3 more times. And with the beginning of winter here in Melbourne comes a lot of colds and coughs and flu as well as COVID. And we extend. Right hand comes down, step the left foot between your hands and then let the hands go towards the sky. Low lunge. Notice the right hip. Right hand, right hip, left hand goes to the right side of the room. Take a back side bend. I was about to say back bend. My apologies. And maybe the right hand, the fingertips brush the mat. One more breath here. And then come back to the hands raised. Come into low lunge. Fingertips come down and then half monkey stretch on this side. Right hip above the right knee, left leg extends. So our whole family has gone through the cycle of colds and coughs. I am just recovered. So if I accidentally cough during this video, I apologize in advance. One more breath here. And then return the left foot to the mat. Tuck the toes on the back leg. Step forward. Right foot meets the left. We're going to keep the right fingertip on the mat. Bend the right knee. Left knee straightens. Left hand goes to the sky. Standing twist. One more breath here. And then return the left hand down. Bend the left knee. Right hand to the sky. One more breath here. And then the right hand comes down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Rise up, reach up. Hands go towards the sky. Hands to heart center as we fold all the way down. Halfway lift. Fold forward. Step back to high plank. From a high plank, we move through to chaturanga, low plank. Upward facing dog or cobra. Transition to downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg to the sky. Exhale, step it through between your hands. Step the right foot forward to meet the left foot. Halfway lift. Fold forward. Inhale, rise up, reach up. Hands to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center as we fold all the way down. Halfway lift. Fold forward. Step back to high plank. And then chaturanga. Upward facing dog, urdhva mukha. Downward facing dog, adho mukha. One more breath here. Inhale, right leg lifts to the sky. On the exhale, step it through between your hands. Runner's lunge. Look straight ahead. Rise up into high lunge. So in a high lunge, the right knee is above the right ankle. Our hands are going towards the sky. Sorry, my mic is falling off. And then drawing the ribs in. Gaze straight ahead. Lift and reach with your hands. Now you're welcome to stay here. If you like to, lift the heel of the front leg off the mat. Make it strong in both quads. One more breath here. Heel comes down. Bring your hands to heart center. Inhale, fill up. Exhale, goddess pose. Heels in, toes out, face the left hand side. Tailbone descends towards the floor. And then in Devi Asana, cactus arms, palms face the side of the room. Hold here for 2 more breaths. Straighten both knees and toes. Hands go towards the sky. Open up the left foot to the back of the mat. Lunge forward until the left knee is above the left ankle. Hands in opposite directions. Gaze over the left hand. Warrior 2 facing the back of the mat. Ground down through all corners of your feet. Use your core to keep you lifted. 1 more breath here. On the next inhale, straighten the front knee. Exhale, reach forward and down. Triangle pose, Trikonasana. Gaze to the right hand side or the fingertips of the right hand if it feels okay for the neck. We're going to hold here for 2 breaths. From here, pivot on the ball of the back foot, bend the front knee. Right hand down, left hand to the sky. Come into a twist. Easy twist. Again, you choose. Gaze to the left hand side or the fingertips of the left hand if it feels all right. 1 more breath here. Left hand comes down. We're going to go into standing splits. Right leg flies. Head hangs heavy as we look towards the back now. The back, which was the front a few minutes ago. Square hips, right toes point to the earth. 1 more breath here. Transition to chair pose. Big toes touch, heels slightly apart. Tailbone descends towards the floor, biceps frame the ears. Zip your inner thighs together. 2 more breaths here. Hands to heart center, we fold all the way down. Halfway lift. Fold forward. Step back to high plank, please. And then Chaturanga. Up dog. Downward facing dog. So when you come to down dog, unclench the jaw, soften the muscles in the face. 1 more breath here. On the next inhale, left leg to the sky. Exhale, step it through between your hands. Look straight ahead. Rise up, Ashta Chandrasana, high lunge. Hug the right hip towards the left knee. Draw your lower belly in. Lift and reach with your fingertips. 1 more breath here. And now if you like, you can lift the heel of the front leg. Coming onto the paw of the left foot. Hold here for 1 more breath. Return the left heel to the mat. Hands to heart center. Inhale, fill up. Exhale, goddess pose. Sink into your goddess, Devi Asana. And then we're going to open the palms to the side of the room. Elbows in line with the shoulders, cactus arms. 2 more breaths here. From here, straighten the feet, straighten the knees. Hands go towards the sky. Open the right foot to the front. Lunge forward. Right knee above the right ankle. Hands go in opposite directions. Look straight ahead. Warrior 2. Virabhadrasana 2. Use your core to keep you lifted. Right knee in line with the big toe or the middle toe. 2 more breaths here. Straighten the front knee. Reach forward and down. Trikonasana. Right hand to the earth. Left hand to the heaven. Gaze towards the fingertips of the left hand or to the side of the room. You choose. 1 more breath here. From here, pivot on the ball of the back foot. Left hand down, right hand to the sky. Easy twist. Again, choose to look to the right hand side or the fingertips of the right hand. Your option. One more breath here. Right hand comes down, standing splits, left leg flies. Square hips. Now reminder, this pose is not about the height of the leg. This pose is about training our balance. So even if you're a few millimeters off the ground, that's sufficient in my book. One more breath here. And then we're going to transition to chair pose. Big toes touch, heels slightly apart, sink in your chair. Now your feet together is not comfortable. You can always bring your feet to hip width in Utkatasana. Yoga can always adapt to our body. Two more breaths here. Hands to heart center. Slowly fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Step back to high plank. And then we flow. Chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog. One more breath here. On the next inhale, right leg to the sky. Exhale, step it through between your hands. Turn the back foot at 90 degrees. Right elbow, right thigh. Left hand swings forward and then up. Extended side angle. So the right hand is resting gently on the right thigh. And maybe peel open the left shoulder. Take your gaze towards the ceiling. One more breath here. From here, we're going to pivot on the ball of the back foot again. All toes face the front. Hands to heart center and then twist. Left elbow on the right knee. Look to the right hand side. Now we're going to bring the gaze to the top edge of the mat. We're going to step the left foot forward to meet the right foot. Knees are in line with each other, twisted chair. So the hips are going towards the back of the room. And this pose is slightly uncomfortable, but twists are good for us. One more breath here. Hands come to heart center as we come to rise. We're going to go into tree pose. Right foot on the inside of the left leg, below or above the knee. We don't want to hurt our knee joints. And where there's a slight level of discomfort, there's growth. One more breath here. Gently bring the right knee into the chest on the inhale. On the exhale, we're going to move into Warrior 3. Pendulum swing the right leg back. In Warrior 3, our hands to heart center. Gaze at one spot on the floor. Hips square, toes pointing to the earth. One more breath here. Right foot to the back of the mat. Hands come down. Step back to high plank, please. And then we flow. Chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog. Two more breaths here. There's one more side to go in our vinyasa. Inhale, left leg to the sky. Exhale, step it through between your hands. Turn the right foot at 90 degrees. And we'll transition into extended side angle on this side. Left elbow rests gently on the left thigh, core doing the work to keep the upper body lifted. Right hand up and over. Peel open the right shoulder, take your gaze towards the ceiling. One more breath here. And then from here, pivot on the ball of the back foot, all toes face the front. Hands to heart center and then transition to twist. Look to the left hand side. One more breath here. And then look to the top edge of the mat. Step the right foot forward to meet the left foot. twisted chair. One more breath here. Slowly come to rise. And we're going to bring the left foot on the inside of the right leg. Tree pose on this side. And the left foot is below or above the knee. Hands to heart center, gaze straight ahead. Relax the shoulders away from the ears. 2 more breaths. On the next inhale, left knee into the chest. On the exhale, kick it back. Hips square, toes pointing to the floor, warrior 3. Gaze or drishti at one spot on the earth. One more breath here. Left foot to the back of the mat, hands come down. Step back to high plank. And then we flow high to low plank, cobra or abdo, or meet and down dog. From here, thinking of pigeon pose, inhale, right leg to the sky. Exhale, right knee behind the right wrist. Left toes untuck. And then option to stay here, or you can fold all the way down. Going to your edge and staying there. Slowly coming back up. Tuck the toes on the left foot, lift the left knee, engage that quad, pull the right knee into the chest, step back to down dog. Inhale, left leg to the sky. Exhale, left knee behind the left wrist. Untuck the right toes. Stay upright or fold forward. Slowly coming back up. Let's swing both legs towards the front. So our first seated pose for today is Janu Shirshasana, or seated forward fold with one leg. So bring the left foot on the inside of the right thigh and then begin to lean forward. Now the hands can come on either side of the right leg, or if you have the flexibility, get hold of the outer edge of the right foot. Lower your forehead towards the knee or the shin, depending on where you are. And begin to straighten the spine. We're going to swap over. Left leg goes long. Bring the right foot in on the inside of your left thigh. Sit upright again. And then we fold our chest over the knee. Either the hands by the shin or wrap around the outer edges of the left foot. And then begin to straighten the spine. From here, extend the right leg. And then we're going to come to lie down on the mat. So I'm going to go into shoulder stand. If a shoulder stand is not accessible today, or you don't wish to do an inversion, you can just do a bridge pose, or just hug your knees into your chest and wait for the practice to rejoin. And then from here, press your palms into the mat and begin to lift the legs towards the sky. And maybe this may be enough for you, or push the legs towards the back of the room. The knees go above the nose. Turn your palms towards the ceiling, place them on your lower back, and then begin to extend the legs towards the sky. Now the legs do not have to be perfectly straight in shoulder stand. We're going to stay here for 5 more breaths. And then gently begin to lower the knees towards the face. And then with the support of your hands, one vertebra at a time, uncurling. And then gently placing the legs long on the mat. So we're just going to counter the inversion with fish pose. So glide your hands under your bum, press into the elbows, squeeze the shoulder blades towards each other, press into the forearms and lift the torso off the mat. Maybe the head hangs heavy. Fish pose. Matsya Indra Asana. 3 more breaths here. And then slowly coming back all the way down. Hug both knees into the chest. Rock from side to side. Dropping the knees to the left hand side. Hands come out in a T. Gaze towards the ceiling or over your right shoulder. Coming back to center, hug both knees into the chest. That's the cough I was talking about earlier in the video. Right knee drops, knees drop towards the right hand side. Hands come out in a T. Gaze towards the ceiling or over your left shoulder, you choose. Coming back to center and then moving into Shavasana. Feet find the corners of the mat. Hands come to rest by your side as the palms face the ceiling. Your final resting pose, Shavasana. I will wake you up when it's time. Making gentle movements with your fingers and your toes as life comes back to the body. Engaging your awareness. And then from here rolling on to your favorite side, using your arm as a cushion under your ear. And with your eyes closed, slowly coming up into a seat. Hands together in Anjali Mudra, thumbs press against the sternum. One soft inhale, one soft exhale. Or bring your thumbs to third eye center, to our lips and to our hearts. From my heart to yours, Namaste. Thank you for joining me for this practice, and wherever you're in the world today, have a great morning, amazing afternoon, or an awesome evening. I will see you soon on the mat. Namaste.